Hey guys, today we want to talk about the Spyderco Manix 2. And this came from my buddy Snuggletummy, who has been fantastic. We've just become really good friends. We talk a lot now, and he has loaned a lot of things into my channel. I know he's also loaning stuff into Slicey Dicey and EDC with Owen and Kane. And he's just really been just truly an awesome guy. So thank you very much for sending this one in, much like, well, the other stuff that's on the shelf back here behind me that I still need to review, and, just for everything. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. So let's just dive right into this. This is the Manix 2, 4 5/8 inches closed, with an overall length of just a tick over 8 inches. The blade length is 3.92 with an edge, kind of a smaller edge of 2.91 because it has a really big finger trail. So if you measure it from here, really just the edge, you're just at 2.91, 2.92 almost. The blade steel on this particular one is CPM 20CV with a blade thickness of 0.125. Overall thickness of 0.452 minus the clip, and it comes in at just 4.2 ounces. It's really lightweight, and it feels really good in the pocket. Spyderco clips typically just always work really well. This is adjustable for left or right hand carry, and it has the I'm not even 100% sure what Spyderco is calling this lock, but it's a barrel lock, a access lock from Benchmade is where this came from. Benchmade's patent ran out, and so several different companies are making this style of lock, which works really well. It's a super secure lock, and basically there is a pin, a barrel that runs along. As you pull this back, it releases from a groove in the blade so that the blade can then close. That's all. Very cool. It's a very nice G10, red G10. Let's kind of zoom in. The blade is just a super flat grind. It's a total flat grind. There is no real flats. It just starts at the top and flat grinds all the way to the bottom, and it's super great. Typical Spyderco logo on it. It has a lanyard tube, which is nice. If you're into lanyards, I prefer the tube kind of over just a hole in either side. That's just a little bit of a nicer touch to put a tube all the way through. So I really do like this. This is one of the ones that's made in Golden, Colorado. They do have different factories. Spyderco does. They have some in Taiwan, some in China, some in Colorado, and certain models are made in certain factories. The grip on this is super nice. I mean, it just really feels great in the hand. It's been kind of a joy to really handle a bunch of Spydercos again, because if you saw my unboxing from a few days ago from Snuggletummy, there's got to be 3 or 4 Spydercos in there. And so it's, I haven't dealt with a lot of different Spydercos lately. Just have moved on to different things. Nothing wrong with them at all. I really like Spyderco. And if you go way back to my very first video, I talk about how I got into knives, and the Spyderco police model was really kind of my first knife. So I do like the Spyderco models. I really like the jimping that they have here. It's really cool. It's kind of jimping on the liner, and then this, I'm going to call it a backspacer, but that's where the locking mechanism is housed, is kind of recessed. So you can see where the jimping kind of sticks up proud of that lock assembly, if you will. Because the jimping's on the liners. It's very comfortable. It works great. The jimping on the blade and the finger choil is just phenomenal as well. This is definitely a working knife. I mean, this one is fairly new, I think. It doesn't drop shut, but it is a super smooth and controlled drop. But this one, man, these get used. This could easily be an everyday carry knife that is just a user. So in contrast to, and I brought out some different things for the size comparisons here. We'll just jump right into the Benchmade Griptilian, which is there's a lot of similarities between these two. From the overall size, very similar. Overall thickness, I think the Benchmade is just a little bit bigger, but it has a very similar jimping pattern on the, kind of this back spine here, as well as on the underneath. There's a lot of similarities here. The shape is slightly different both on the blade and the handle, and they both have the similar type of lock. And so this one you can actually see it a little bit better, just for those of you that aren't familiar with this type of lock. There's the barrel that slides back, and then kind of uses that groove in the blade to keep it locked up. Okay, so the Spyderco one is very similar. It's just all hidden inside and you can't see it, but it's a very similar concept. So I thought that was good to bring this out, and you can see overall very similar in size. The Axis Lock one, this is used. I've had this one at least 4 years, so it's very well worn. I carried this daily for a long time, so it's really worn in. So it does drop shut a little bit more than the Manix. I'm not sure if over time the Manix will break in and loosen up and drop shut or not, but fantastic knife regardless. So there it is next to the Sharpie. Let's just run through some of our standards that we do here. The Spyderco Delica. While we have it out, let's do the Spyderco Endura. And because, well, because I can't get over the Spectre, roughly similar size. And if I can grab this one other one off of the shelf behind me, because I just got this, you may see this in a lot of comparisons. This is the AD20 with no hole and the Lime Toxic Green G10 scales. I did a review on the orange scaled one with a hole, so I don't know that I'm going to do another review just on this because it's a little different color and a different blade steel. Not going to bore you with the same exact review again, but I just absolutely love this knife. So, what else? I think that kind of covers it. How about a Chris Reeve Large Sebenza 21, and we'll call it a day here with this knife. So, again, thanks Snuggletummy for loading this in. Thanks everybody for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. As I said, I have 3 or 4 Spydercos in on loan right now, so you will see several Spyderco videos here within the next week. So stay tuned for that, and please let me know what you think of this knife or any other Spydercos down in the description. So let's kind of just chat it up about Spyderco in general. Any thoughts, feelings? What started you? What was your first Spyderco? Let me know. All right. Thanks, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Have yourselves a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.